You are your personal brand. You're a business of one. As a business of one, you portray an image. Do you know what that image is? Do you know what image you portray to your associates? Do you know what image you portray to your coworkers? What about to your family or your friends? Hmm? Well, whatever image you portray, it is your brand. It is your own personal brand because you are a business of one. If you don't know, or if you're not sure, you'll want to stay with us all month because I'm sharing with you information about your personal brand, yours. Everyone has a brand. Everyone has a personal brand, whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not. And hopefully you know it already, but if you don't, stay tuned because you need to know it and you need to create your own narrative for your personal brand. So, in today's Lunch and Learn Live, I'm going to share with you 3 foolproof ways or steps to creating a strong personal brand. So, keep watching and listening to TalentSmiths Lunch and Learn Live with Janet Smith. Thank you for tuning in to Lunch and Learn Live. TalentSmiths is a place where compensation professionals can go to find career advancement. Lunch and Learn Live is the place where all professionals can go to find career advancement, interview tips, career prep, whatever you need to get on the right track or get back on track for your career, for your desired career, your desired promotion, and on the road to the path for your intentional career. So, this month is pretty special because all this month I'm sharing with you information about your personal brand. So, you want to tune in each week this month so that you can get information about your personal brand because I'm sharing with you information around the topic of you as a business. You are a business of one. Everyone, regardless if you're an employee, an employer, or an entrepreneur, you have a brand. And each week, I'm going to share with you different information so that you can hone in on that brand, you can develop that brand, and you can share it intentionally and on purpose. So here's a lineup of events for this month. You can find this over on our Facebook business page for TalentSmiths, and you will be able to create your own schedule so that you can tune in on the week that you need specifically. But I do hope that you tune in on every week because there's going to be some really good information shared with you. So let's get into it. I want to share with you today 3 foolproof steps to build a strong personal brand. Mhm. A strong personal brand for you. And this is week one. Every week in this month, we're going to share some tips for you and your personal brand. So you want to pay attention to every single week so that you can get stronger in your brand. So let's go into those steps right away. Number one is you want to decide who you want to be defined as. And I have on here, it says, what do you need to bring out of your bag of tricks, so to speak, to prove to the world, to prove to people that you are who you say you are? What does that mean? Um, Decide who you want to be defined as. Show the skills and the expertise that you have inside. You have a wealth of information and knowledge inside of you. You have passions inside of you, desires that equate to skills that other people don't have. So you're an expert in that. Decide what you want to be known for and what you want to be known as. What type of expert? And pull out those skills so that you can show them off and you can provide value to the world. And in turn, they're going to provide value to you because now they know what you are interested in and what you're about. Number 2, tell your story and live it every day. providing the world with living proof that you are who you say you are. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Nike says all the time, just do it. There's one thing to say what you can do, but there's another thing to show what you can do and to do that consistently and to show up consistently doing that thing that you're great at, that you're special at, that no one can do quite like you can. So, number two is tell your story and live it every day. Be intentional with following your passion, following the things that you love, following the things that you like to do. If your profession is your passion, kudos to you because you're on the right track. If your profession is not a passion, but it's something that you're good at, but you still have a passion that you love and that you're good at, tell your story about both of those or tell your story about either one. Your whole makeup makes your brand. It all makes up who you are as a person and as an individual. And that is your brand. That's your business. It's your business of one. And number three, recognizing and anticipating future needs, fulfilling them before you're asked to do it. Well, what does that mean? Well, that's any and everyone that has ever applied for a job. You recognize the needs of your potential employer and you know that you can fulfill the needs that they have with your skills and your expertise. After all, that's why you applied for the job. You are anticipating the needs that they have. You know you can fulfill those needs. Whenever you apply for a job, you recognize your value and you anticipate the needs of a potential employer. Even if you're providing a service, even if you are a speaker or a coach, if you are in sales, if you provide solutions, whatever they may be through your service or whatever the case is, you recognize the skills that you have and anticipate the needs of others, of other people that need the skills that you have. If you don't think there's someone out there that needs what you have, you are mistaken. You are value add. You are valuable, and someone needs you to show up doing that thing that you do, showing and sharing your brand because you're a business of one. So recognize that and anticipate that and share it with the world. Everyone needs a platform to share their story. Like I said, no matter what your story is or what service you provide, everyone needs a platform so that they can share their story. Your personality is an essential part of you, an essential part of what makes you you and what makes your story unique and your story different. You have two accountants, two salespeople, and they're both different because their personality brings something a little bit different from the other, and therefore it leads to a different service than the next person would provide. So, whether you're providing solutions, you're providing a service, you are selling things, you're a speaker, you're looking to level up your own skills, whatever it is that you're doing, you should have a platform from which to do that. And I want you to tune in with me all this month. So, as I take you along the journey of ensuring that you line up your personal brand the way it needs to be so that you can get the exposure that you need so that you can provide the service that you need to provide to others, right? Right. Regardless of what you're doing. If you're a speaker, motivational speaker, preacher, coach, providing service, you're in sales, car sales, you're an HR compensation professional, you're a CEO, you're an entrepreneur, an employer, whatever the case may be, you should have your own platform so that you can share your passion and your service with other people. Okay. Your story makes up your very own brand. Your story makes up your very own brand. And if you ask the question how other people describe you, or what image that you portray to other people, if you ask them, hopefully you'll get the answer that you think, because sometimes you describe yourself a little bit different than other people would describe you. But what would you say that is the image that you portray to other people? How do other people describe you? I'm curious to know. Comment below and let me know. Do you know what image that you portray to other people? Do you know the image that you portray to other people? I'm curious to know. Comment below and let me know what image you think you portray to other people, because, like I said, we typically describe ourselves a little bit differently than others do. But how do you think others would describe you? So, you don't want to run the risk of exposing or sharing an ineffective brand or a brand that's not really you, that's not truly you want to make sure that you show up as the person, the brand that you want to show up as. And the way that you'll do that is to share things intentionally. So ask your friends, ask your family to choose 5 words that would describe you, and see if those 5 words are the words that you would use, that you thought that they would use. And see if they're the words that you would use to describe yourself. Are they words that you would use to describe yourself? Hmm. This is a way for you to determine, this is the way for you to find out what image you actually portray to your family, to your friends, to your coworkers, to your associates. Ask them to use 5 words to describe you and see what happens. And if you get back some words that you didn't expect, this is not bad. It's all good, because this actually allows you to get back on track or to stay on track if the words are other than what you thought. If the words are other than what you thought, it allows you to change your narrative, to create your narrative so that you are ensured to portray the image that you want. If you're on track with the words that you want to portray, if your friends and your family and your associates and all of those people that you're asking are saying the same words that you thought they would say, kudos to you for putting out a consistent message, a message consistent with your intentions. Now, if your message is a little bit different, that's okay. You can create the narrative. I'm going to share with you and show you how to do that this month. So, your brand is your business of one, your personal brand. It's your business of one, regardless if you're an employer, if you're an employee, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're retired, you still have a personal brand, and it's your business. You're a business of one. Why do I say business of one? It's because you have skills that you offer, you have value that you provide. You yourself are a business. When you partner your business with other people, you partner yourself with other companies or other individuals to share your expertise. If you're an employee, you're still a business of one. You're a business of one that's partnering with a company or with an employer to share your expertise. That's the way you should look at your employment, and it will relieve you from some of the dark clouds that may be over your head. If you go into it with a partnership or a business mindset, that you're in business with your employer, then it may give you a little bit more motivation and a little bit more confidence to ask for the things that you want, or to share the things that you want to share with them as far as improvements and things like that. So you're a business of one, personal brand, and you're an individual with an expertise that is valuable. So I want you to tune in all this month, because I'm going to walk you along a path of your brand's purpose, your brand's message, sharing your brand visually and sharing your brand vocally. Those 5 things we're going to talk about all this month. So definitely stay tuned so that you can get your brand on track, whatever it is. And if you say you don't have a brand, I beg to differ. You do. Even if You think that you don't have anything to offer. You have your voice to offer. You have advice to offer based on experiences that you have. You do have something to offer. So you need to follow along with us all this month so that you can put your brand out there intentionally and put your brand out there on purpose out here in the mission field of life. You got this. I know you do. So definitely tune in with us all this month as I share with you your personal brand so that you can show up intentionally and create the image that you can portray the image that you want to portray, and you can do that intentionally.